Another day, another grind. This time from our community member, Staunchttv. He was taking part in Turin's tournament and he represented our small community there. And he is on the Tomb Kings against a Wood Elf player called Kantele or Kantele. And yep, it is a what is it called? I don't know, is it domination? I always forget. But yeah, let's get into it. So he has a lot of chaff units for sure, couple of archers here, warriors. Then he brought the Screaming Skull catapults and he loves Arkan the Black, right? On the other side we have Chosen of the Gods, the Ushabti RRR unit, and couple of Skeleton Horse archers. His opponent took the Glade Lord on a stag. Is it a stag? It is a horse. Okay, on a horse. Then we have Dryads here, Dryads over there. A Spell Singer, then a lot of Hagbane tips and Star Shafts, Starfire Shafts, a lot of Starfire Shafts. And there was a little bit of a, I think ambush will go in a moment here, but first of all, Staunch is going for objective number 2 immediately. He is taking it and using his archers to shoot the Lord a little bit, but then he notices that his opponent is a good player. He is juking those shots, so he is kind of somewhere hiding and taking the point. Then on the other side, he is moving with one spearman unit to point number 2, and yep, now the archers here using their really high range here to shoot the Skeleton Horse archers. And Staunch is doing well, kind of hiding behind the building here, but I think that he can't hold the point for so long. On the Wood Elf side, there is a little bit of an ambush going on. Raids of the Frozen Heart moving in, so Dryads coming through the woods. Maybe his opponent thought that moving trees wouldn't be so noticeable. Screaming Skull catapult is shooting into the Glade Guards here, or Glade Guards here, and now it is really about who is getting the point here. The point is taken by the Wood Elves, so it seems, because he has Dryads here, so they have a high capture weight, and another Dryad unit over here. So he has to move back. Ushabtis are moving around, probably trying to shoot another unit somewhere else to get the superiority of range back, but that's hard against Wood Elves whatsoever. But one Wood Elf unit is already gone, and those shots are crucial here, flying in. Really cool stuff. A little bit of a graphical error here, and we have another flying skull. That looks cool. Yes. So now Glade Riders, right? Glade Riders or Wild Riders with shields are trying to move into those Nakar horsemen here, and another horseman unit is trying to defend, moving around. And Staunch is basically a very good player in our community, but his main strength is really playing this capture point maps here, right? So War Dancers are fighting against Skeleton Spearmen, and we have another shot. So the catapult is getting value, but on the side here, the Wood Elves came through the woods and are trying to take the point here. The RRR version is kind of punching through those Skeleton Spearmen. The capture rate of the Horsemen Archers helping out a little bit, but I'm not sure if that's enough here. Now the calves of the Wood Elf player are moving and pushing through the back lines. Now it's getting really tough. Ushabti Great Bows, they are trying to survive that onslaught here, but this charge is really strong. A cast of Flock of Doom is here, and that is crucial. Like, this is value for sure. You can see how much value, how much HP it got. Yeah, nibbling away here from those units. And yeah, it seems like the third point here is kind of protected by the Dryad, so nothing gonna happen here. And it's really the fight around the middle point plus the back point here, number 2 and number 1, are kind of taken by the Wood Elf player. That's crucial because now the ticking of the points is 3 times faster, and that puts Staunch on a clock that he has to fight back and puts him into pressure, or on pressure. So the Wood Elf player now kind of protecting his Blade Lord really well. And Arkan, he went in trying to probably use a Spirit Leech or something, but I didn't see any damage whatsoever. And now Wildwood Rangers here, they're deep in the enemy lines, but no one can hold them down, right? We have the Chosen of the Gods still here, and yeah, the catapults are now trying to do the most damage on those guys here. Let's see. Arkan is trapped up here and is trying to fight his way through, and we have another nice shot here and another shot. That looks cool. But what is happening on the battlefield? So on the battlefield, on point number 1, the Dryads really defeated all the units that were there, and now they have to they get engaged by the Necarian warriors, and it will take time to get this point back. So now 3 points are in the clutches of the Wood Elves, and they can kind of fall back a little bit and let the range talk, right? So on the other side, yeah, Staunch is really on the back foot now, but it seems like he is trying his best, right? He is, as he knows, a dude. That's a meme we had from our last video, and yep. So he is trying now move all his units onto point number 2 and trying to get as much capture weight as possible, but it is not flipping yet whatsoever. We have Blade Guards with Starfires, they're shooting, and Arkan really netted up here, and that is really bad for him. He gets a lot of fire arrows into his back, and it's not acupuncture, it is really hurting. So now the Wood Elf player is coming back with a lot of War Dancers here, War Dancers with anti-infantry, and yeah, finally he got his home objective back and now can defend it with the Necarian warriors here. And Arkan is down. Unfortunately, Staunch lost his lord here, and now all the warriors are kind of having a problem with the leadership. They're not really that bad, but it could lead to a crumbling of the army, and the point differential is growing and growing. So now on the Vanguard point here, he is trying to call in more skeletal horse archers. He is trying to get mobility and trying to get maybe over here to objective number 3, but I guess the Wood Elf player can react to this with his strong cavalry on its own. Glade Lord, the Glade Lord now is kind of here pushing through those skeleton warriors, so they can't really hold him back, and one unit is crumbling right now, and other units are also kind of like, yeah, going in, but I don't think if that is the best way. Also here we have a skeleton archer unit almost shooting into the woods, right? So he has to now use them and move them to the side. Glade Lord is kind of protecting this side here, and yes, the skeleton horse archers are kind of, yeah, beating down the dryads here to get the point, but immediately treekins are called in, and also eternal guards called in. Another Glade Rider spear unit is going in, and it really looks like the Wood Elf player has a very, very comfortable lead in the tickets, right? In the points. And once again, Wildwood Rangers taking the point here on the side. So there are a lot of units. And yes, we have... What do we have here? What is going on? Some witchcraft, some heals. What is going on? They're gone. Ah, I think that's like unsummoning and summoning new units. I'm not sure. Never played this mode, but I need to look into it next time. So now Staunch is moving in with sepulchral stalkers, and they can move in, crunch up those Wildwood Rangers and feast on them. But is it enough though? Because point number 2 is still in the clutches of the Wood Elves. Point number 3 got defended really well, and those skeleton horse archers, they can't really push through this really armored and defensive heavy unit here with the bull shots. And once again, objective number 1 is kind of kind of in the really bad position here, because on the one side Staunch has to push objective number 2, but he has to also protect the objective number 1, and that is a problem that he faces here, because both units are still here and he can't get rid of them. That's really unfortunate. So losing Archeon the Black is also a problem. So he now moved all the pieces he had to the middle, and now the Spellsinger moves into the catapult and is doing some foul wood magic that no one thinks that is magic whatsoever, right? I think the Tomb Kings don't think Wood Elf magic is real magic. So other than that, we have another netting here onto these skeletal horse archers, so the Glade Lord can fight them off. And yeah, I think the problem is that even if Staunch flips the second objective here, the Wood Elf player just wins on one objective over here, and I think Staunch knows that, and he taps out. Well, let's look into it. So the Wood Elf player, the value is here on probably a couple of those dryads plus those archer units as well. Did a great job. Yeah, calling in the call-ins. I think a couple of those Wildwood Rangers did a great job here to get the point once back. And yeah, on Staunch's side, I guess that the catapult was a good thing in the beginning, because the Wood Elves can't really handle the range effectively. The Ushabtis were great in the beginning, and then when it comes to reinforcements, I think that there was not enough really agency on the battlefield. That is what I think happened. But guys, that was a fun match, and he had 2 more other matches that I show you in another time. But for now, we're gonna fetch myself a green tea.